Hello, I'm Karen Owens, Administrator of the Community Engagement Division for the Long Beach Police Department. This critical incident briefing will provide you with context regarding video evidence from a recent officer-involved shooting. In accordance with Senate Bill 1421, the information provided in this briefing is based on evidence gathered from our ongoing investigation and reflects what we know at this time. Our officers respond to rapidly evolving and often dangerous incidents every day. In the overwhelming majority of these situations, officers are able to resolve them peacefully. However, sometimes it is necessary for an officer to use force to protect others and themselves. We ask that viewers exercise caution when watching this briefing and other videos associated with this incident. Strong language and graphic images may be disturbing for young children and sensitive viewers.
On Sunday, February 16, 2020, at approximately 10:10 p.m., two of our police officers were patrolling the area of Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue and East 19th Street when they observed a male adult suspect on a bicycle in violation of a vehicle code. The officers were working in the area as part of a violent crimes task force in response to an increase in gang shootings, and were looking for individuals who may be in illegal possession of firearms, drugs, or other weapons. When officers attempted to stop the suspect, he ran away from them into a nearby residential yard. The officers separated in an attempt to contain the suspect. The first officer remained on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, while the second officer went through a residential complex to the west. Moments later, the first officer observed the suspect running northbound on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. The officer chased the suspect north on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue and then east on Reyes Street. While on Reyes Street, the suspect abruptly turned toward the officer and began to approach him. The officer observed what he believed was a weapon in the suspect's right hand. The suspect reached down to the ground and picked up an object, which was later determined to be a firearm. He then continued to run east on Reyes Street and failed to follow the officer's repeated commands to stop. To de-escalate the situation, the officer used his taser to stop the suspect. The taser was ineffective, and the suspect continued to run. As the suspect ran, he turned and fired his gun at the officer. To protect himself, the officer fired his weapon at the suspect. After the officer fired, the suspect continued to run a short distance until he fell to the ground. The officer moved to a position of cover, gave orders for the suspect to remain on the ground, and requested medics while he waited for backup. The suspect began to stand and pointed his gun in the officer's direction. Based on the threat to his life, the officer again fired his weapon and the suspect fell to the ground. The officer gave verbal commands, requested medical aid, and waited for assisting officers so they could safely approach and render aid to the suspect who was lying next to the gun. Officers provided medical aid to the suspect until Long Beach Fire arrived and transported the suspect to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The suspect was identified as 33-year-old Kerry Michael Boonsome of Long Beach. The following video is the footage from the first officer's body-worn camera. Body-worn cameras worn by the LBPD have a 1-minute buffer of video without audio. Upon activation by the officer, the camera goes back 1 minute and starts recording. This feature is designed to capture incidents that occur suddenly, where an officer may not immediately have time to activate their camera. They are worn at chest level and capture a general perspective from that angle.
Stop! Get on the ground! Hey, stop, I'm gonna tase you. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hey, stop! Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground. Fuck you! Fuck what you doing? Hey, put your hands out! Put your hands out! Unit David Edward 12. Put your hands out! Put your hands out.
Hey, you.
Zebra 4. I'm on 20th East MLK 998. Hey, get on the ground.
Hey, motherfucker. Ah, bitch.
4 Zebra 4. 998. I'm in front of 1022 East 20th. Put your hands out, man. 1022 East 20th Street. Put your hands out. Put your hands out. Put your hands out. 4 Zebra 4, we are facing eastbound. Have fire stage, the suspect's not in custody yet. Put your hands out.
Where you at? Unit 4 Zebra 4. My partner just went after somebody. Shots fired. Send me units code 3. Unit 4 Zebra 4.
Put your hands out. Unit David Edward 12. Put your hands out. Put your hands out.
Hey, you.
Zebra 4. I'm on 20th East MLK 998. Hey, get on the ground.
Hey, motherfucker. Ah, bitch.
4 Zebra 4. 998. I'm in front of 1022 East 20th. Put your hands out, man.
As we do with all officer-involved shootings, the incident will go through a multi-level internal review process. Upon conclusion of the investigation and review process, a final determination will be made by the Chief of Police as to whether the officer's actions were consistent with our department's policies. Our internal review process does not make a determination about whether our officer's actions were lawful. The determination regarding the lawfulness of the shooting will be made by the District Attorney's Office, which conducts an independent, separate investigation into all officer-involved shootings that result in injury or death.
The Long Beach Police Department believes key principles in maintaining public trust are preserving life, protecting our community, and ensuring all uses of force are reasonable. The use of deadly force can be traumatic for everyone involved. Each encounter is unique and requires officers to make split-second decisions during tense, uncertain, and rapidly evolving circumstances without the benefit of hindsight. Thank you for watching this critical incident briefing. For more information regarding our policies and procedures, please visit our website at longbeach.gov/police.